Everybody else is using machines. When I started out, we used what they call 16-penny sinkers. These are the 16-penny sinkers. This is what you use to frame a house with. And so this hammer has a waffle head on it, so it grips the nail when you get ready to drive it in. So what you want to do when you're driving, you don't hold your hammer like you're choking up for a bat. You get a long swing for a home run. And so what you're doing is you are basically 1, 2. Get a nice good hit, right? So, all right, try it, young man.
Scoot over, Pops. I was going to race you.
Okay.
Come on. You got a view?
Yes, sir, I got a few.
I ain't mad at a race.
I'm following you. Go.
Wait,
That's right. I messed up. My smooth face messed that first one up.
Smooth face.
I'm waiting for you, though.
All right. Okay, so framers basically have to do a drama.
Ah!
Watch out, young boy.
Ah!
Don't let the old man beat you.
Whoa!
Don't let the old man beat you.
Jabari!
All right. So all day, every day, that's what we did, was drive nails. They didn't have no nail guns, pneumatic nail guns and all that. So you drove nails, you stayed fit. You feel me? That's good, young man. Not bad for a beginner. All right. So these are sinkers. And they call them sinkers because originally they used to have what they call brights. And the brights was galvanized coated or steel coated nails, and they drove in harder. So what they did was the old carpenters used to dip them in grease, oil. They call them grease nails, and their hands would be black. So they dip them in that crystal oil so they slide it easier. So the manufacturer, somebody got wise and said, you know what? Let's get a sinker. So they put the coating on there so the nails drive in easy. This is the beginning of a carpenter. He learns how to learn that hammer. You learn that hammer. That hammer is your friend. That's going to make you a whole lot of money. So you put that hammer in your hand.
It's an extension of you.
Exactly. So you learn how to drive nails. You don't worry about all the pneumatic equipment and all that stuff. That comes later on. This is the beginning of an apprentice carpenter 1. So I want to appreciate you all being here today, and we will continue to teach you how to use tools and equipment. All right. 4x4. And if I use a regular skill saw with a 7.5-inch blade, I'm going to only go halfway through the wood, right? So that means I have to turn it around in order to cut it off. What they got, they call it Bigfoot. And when I use Bigfoot, see how they use that, make two passes? Bigfoot. One chop. You feel me? So this is what you use for cutting 4x4s and beams. So you don't have to. All right, what you're doing, you wedge it. And what was going was this right here was in the way.
But also too because
And never when the saw gets fingers. All right, so safety is always first. So saw safety, something that you have to learn. Now, here's have you ever used a skill saw? All right, go ahead and use the skill saw. If you go this way, it chops down on it. And that gives you a perfectly straight cut. Now, it has a safety feature here, which you can't pull the trigger until you push these. You feel me? So the safety finger is right here. You gotta push with thumb, you gotta pull this, and you squeeze it. Straight, smooth. So you learn how to chop up with your 4x4. So you never put your hand under the blade. Always put your material here. You mark it, and that's what you go. Come on, somebody want to touch the skills, want to chop the chop saw. Everybody get a little chop. Oh, it's already set where you want it.
Hey, hold on real fast. Can you do smaller chops so we can have enough collabs?
Yeah.
Can I leave this there?
Yes, you can leave that right there.
Here?
Oh, so it goes down and then slides away from you.
Slide, push it to you, push it back. When you go down, go that, look. Go down, yeah, go back. There you go. Piece of bread, brother. Somebody, you want to inhale the pressure treated wood. So you put your mask on when you're using the chop saw. All right? Now put your hand on that side of the saw.
Keep your hand away from that left side, your left hand.
Away from the left side? So
As a matter of fact, there you
Okay.
go. Hold the wood, brace the wood with your right hand, and no pops on it. Never mind, do it.
Somewhat level. All right, now you got a nice piece of wood. You can take that home and say, this is my first piece of wood I ever cut in my life. All right, somebody else. Who else needs a hand? Who else? Chop. You don't have to put it out here. You chop it back. And I turned it over just a little bit because it's not cutting quite all the way through the back. So it's chopping down.
Watch that spoon.
So obviously the only reason why you have
Dealt with the skill saw. All right.
I haven't, no one tried.
Let's do something. What I need to do is I want to get some horses set up and train you the next round on skill saws. But I wanted you to taste a little bit of this. So we're going to go back and start driving nails for the rest of the evening. All right? And this is what you got to do is make hard work your friend. You master that hammer, you master your financial future. You will have success in this life and beyond. All right? So that's what you want to do. And you can pass your skills down to your son like I gave it to my son. My hands were trained, I trained his hands. I trained his brother's hands. I trained his other two brothers' hands. And their sister went to college and became a construction manager. So she came from up here. She manages estimating and office management for construction. So when it's in your family, it's in your blood, he's got to give it to his sons. And his sons will never be hungry. They will always be able to make a living for themselves. And that's what's important. So the masks are when you're chopping with cutting wood. And so sawdust. You know, if you can wear the mask on the job all day, that's good. Because you're breathing in a lot of stuff that's going to cause you lung problems when you get older. You know, a lot of this stuff has glue and stuff like that, and it affects you. So what you want to do is you want to learn how to master that hammer using a nail gun. Now, the easy way out.
There you go, you're out now.
All right.
Pulling around the hose and a big old compressor. But if you're doing more nailing, I think you put different type of nail in there or something.
You see? So the hand is held and the pneumatic gun, right? These are a little heavy because they got big batteries and they're heavy. Actually,
yeah,
the
that's
one with the
another
cords on them with the air compressors are a little light, but
They're
you got to
lighter.
drag cords around. So these are the tools that you learn in your basic lab construction in this facility here. The students that built that frame right there started out just like you did. They learned how to use hammers, they learned how to use nails, they learned how to use a skill saw. But one of the things that made them successful is they showed up every time they were supposed to be here. And they stayed until the class was over. And so what I'm telling you is you're expected to be here. You can't learn nothing at home. You can't learn nothing watching TV, playing with the kids. You are men and you got to take care of your families. So you need to learn a skill so you can eat and feed your families. Nobody can stop you from working if you got the skills. There are language barriers in the construction industry. Somebody speak patois, French, Spanish, what do you call it, Arabic? So we have different languages out there. But a carpenter speaks one language. That's get it done. Get her done. That's what a carpenter speaks. So that's what you got to learn in this construction industry. We're going to teach you what you don't know, and we want you to teach others what we've taught you. So anyway, I want to let you go ahead and finish driving your nails. And this is a good old carpenter. He knows how to use the back of the hammer. So if he wants to grab something, come on over here, boy. That's what he does, but he don't get it stuck. So this hammer does a lot of things, right? A nice waffle head. This is about a 32 ounce. Or actually it's a 23 ounce. You know, 32 is a little heavier. Most people start with 16. And that's really what it is. There's a waffle head hammer and a smooth face for finished carpentry. So that's really what we want you to do. All right, gentlemen, go ahead and finish practicing your nail driver. Take turns.